What's up, guys? Welcome back to Veteran Aquatics. My name is Dylan, and I think it's time to start a series. What do you guys think about that? I've never done a series in my channel. I've done like a part 1, part 2, but I've never done anything where it's actually a series. But I have a project that I think you guys would enjoy as a series. So what is that series? Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and we'll be back in a minute to talk about it. So you're probably wondering what kind of series we're going to do. Well, I'll show you. So you guys know I have a couple of flower horns. I have 3 king canthas. I have this Thai silk with those awesome trailers. There's another cantha under here, but he's kind of shy. His deportment's not the best. But this guy is pretty awesome. All right, so flower horn. What kind of series are we going to do on flower horns? Well, I have more than just the 4 flower horns now. And if you guys were wondering about the cantha that I picked for myself, he's still doing wonderfully. His color's awesome. He's growing a lot. He's very personable. But because of that, it's kind of hard to get a side shot. There we go. But some awesome colors, some nice red, some nice black. So he's looking wonderful. But what kind of series are we going to do? Well, we're going to do a series on breeding flower horns. But all I have are males. So how are we going to breed flower horns? That would be because we have some new additions to the fish room. Now, if you guys don't know who Chris Rounds is, Chris Rounds sells a lot of very high-end flower horns. He also occasionally does raffles. I was recently part of one and won this really nice male fireman's dream. I've wanted a fireman's dream from Chris for a long time, and I finally started playing in the raffles and stuff and won. And a fireman's dream was they're just beautiful fish. I love red, especially in fish. So these were only added to the tank about 20 minutes ago. They got here today. So there's the male, awesome coloration. He's a pretty good size already. He's bigger than the other ones I have. And then there's his female. The female's nice because she has a little bit of a cock as well. So hopefully, in their offspring, provided they're fertile, we'll have some nice babies. I think it'd be super cool to grow out a whole bunch of fireman's dream flower horns. What do you guys think? Because these guys are A1, man. Like, these are like AAA grade fish here. Chris is known for the lines that he brings in having very high fertility rates. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen videos or posts about somebody that's bred them within 2 or 3 days of having them, the female spawned. So this female was picked for a very particular reason, if I can get the camera to focus. You can see her breeding tube is dropped, and she's got a nice thick belly. She's got eggs. So when I won the male, I asked him for a female. He gave me a great price on it, picked it for me, and sent it out. So these guys are going to take a while to adjust to the tank, but even just coming out of the bag, just being shipped overnight, although it was only from New York to Pennsylvania, these guys look awesome. So if you guys don't know who Chris Rounds is, or you've never seen Chris Rounds flower horns, I'll go ahead and I'll put a link to his Facebook page and to his band. That way you guys can go ahead and check him out. If you do end up buying something from him, let him know that Veteran Aquatics sent you. All right? So what are we going to do to get the flower horns to spawn? Well, we have to give them an environment that's conducive to it. So we've made a lot of hiding spots with all that fake vegetation. There's a bunch of chunks of fake wood so the female can hide from the male, and the male can't get back there to get to her. What we need to do is let the female feel safe enough to lay her eggs and then get the male to fertilize them. After that, all we have to do is hope that they're both fertile. And like any large cichlid, if this was a sand bottom tank, they'd probably clean away, all the sand from the bottom and lay eggs on the glass. I've got gravel in here, and I left most of it out on this side of the tank because this is the side I want them to spawn on. So I've given them the option of 3 terracotta plates. This should provide a nice flat, clean surface for them to lay on if they decide to do so. Now, flower horns are insanely aggressive, so we have to be very cautious when it comes to husbandry of the male and the female. We have to make sure that the male or the female they don't kill each other. In this case, the male is much larger than the female, so we're hoping that keeps her from challenging him. And if things go the way that I hope they go, they should just lay and be alright. Now, I may have to separate them afterwards. Once they're sitting on eggs, they may go insane. And a lot of large cichlids do this. They lay and they get hyper aggressive. The more aggressive they are to start, the worse it is afterwards. So we're going to keep a very, very close eye on this amazing pair of fish and make sure they don't hurt each other. Because first and foremost, when it comes to fish keeping, is we need to take care of our fish. You know, regardless of what we want, if something's not working, we have to do something different, and we have to provide the fish with an environment that they're going to succeed, grow, and thrive in. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the light off. For those of you that don't know, turning the light off will help the fish calm down from shipping. There have been studies to show that fish have like stress chemicals in their bloodstream up to 30 days after being caught in a net. So it can take them a while to feel comfortable. So if you get a new fish and you add it to the aquarium and it doesn't automatically start swimming around, you don't necessarily have to panic, all right? Fish, just like people and other animals, need time to acclimate and get used to the new environment, especially if it's a significantly different tank with significantly different inhabitants than it had before, right? So we have to give them the time, give them the opportunity to feel relaxed and to feel comfortable in their new tank before they really start coming out, before they show their best color, their best behavior. All right, so we're going to give these flowerhorns a couple of days. I'm going to keep very close watch and make sure that they're okay together. If they're not, I will obviously separate them. I'll probably take the male out of the tank and let the female keep that tank. So that is one of the tanks that I got from Aaron. If you haven't seen my last video, I brought in a 16-foot moving truck full of fish stuff and fish tanks and filters, lights, all sorts of stuff. And that's one of the tanks I got from him. If you want to go check that out and you haven't already, go ahead. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. We are so close to 3K, right? And doing pretty good with the breeding and selling of fish. And we have a lot of cool stuff coming. I mean, I have a metric crap ton of fish stuff. I just have to kind of buy the small pieces like the bulkheads and I have the airline tubing. I have most of the sponge filters. So we're pretty much waiting on like bulkheads, tubing. I need the drill bits, end time, and manpower to pull down this whole fish room, create a whole new one, put it back together, and get the fish in a timely manner. When I do it, I'm probably going to just take a couple of days off work, get a couple of my buddies to come out and help me, and see if we can't knock it out. So I have a few good friends out here, especially in the hobby. I will say that I've met a lot of great people. So we'll have them come out, they'll help me out, we'll record, it'll be a fun time. Oh, speaking of fun times, if you haven't seen my last two videos or didn't watch far enough into them, the Cichlid Club of York is having their annual picnic. But on top of that, we are also having a swap meet. We have over a dozen registered vendors already, myself included. So if you're in the central Pennsylvania area, anywhere near York, Pennsylvania, it's worth the trip out to come out and see what everybody has. I know a lot of the breeders that are part of this, and I can tell you they have some really top quality fish. So I will go ahead and I will put the flyer up once again. So this is July 3rd. The Cichlid Club of York is having their annual picnic, but in addition we are having a swap meet. Here's the flyer. Right, so again, if you're local, even if you're not local, if it's a couple-hour drive, it might be worth it for you to come out and check out what everybody has. I know I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I have a ton of fish that I'm going to bring. One, because I sell fish, but two, because I want to clean out as much extra stuff out of this fish room as I can before I tear it down. Because I got a lot of fish, man. A lot of fish. Ooh, look at them. So these are just some mud guppies. But yeah, so we're going to start a Flowerhorn series. Today was the introduction to it. I'm hopefully going to be putting out one a week, if not more. If I can get them to spawn, I will record as much of that as I can get. Fortunately, I work from home, so I do have the ability to spend quite a bit of time in the fish room compared to a lot of people that work outside of the home. So hopefully we can get them spawning. We can get them when they're wigglers. We can get them when they're raising them. We can raise them. You know what I mean? Raise them up to the point where you can see that awesome, awesome fireman's dream color. And then disseminate them in the hobby, right? Because that's always the goal. Make more of something that you really like, that's really nice, and disseminate a quality fish out to the hobby and help other hobbyists keep those same awesome fish that we keep. So that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to introduce these Flowerhorns. Shout out again to Chris Rounds. I talked to him. He answers any questions I've had, because I've had questions for him in the past, and this is the first time I've actually bought anything. But I got exactly what I wanted. Fireman's dream male, fireman's dream female. I'm super, super happy. These fish are absolutely gorgeous. They have great coloration. And if you don't like Flowerhorns, or Flowerhorns aren't your thing, that's cool, man. Like, it's a hobby, and every hobbyist has different tastes. If you're a car guy, maybe you like old, Japanese cars. Maybe you like American muscle. Maybe you like trucks. Everybody's got a little bit different taste, but it doesn't make anybody wrong. As long as you're keeping your fish, they're healthy, happy, well-fed, and well taken care of, you're a good hobbyist in my book. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're so close to 3K. I will see you guys next time.